The little March girl. It was freezing cold. Snow fell, covering the world in white. It was New Year's Eve, and in the gathering darkness, a poor little girl walked through the streets, bareheaded and barefoot. The little girl walked on with naked feet, which were red and blue from the cold. Her old apron was filled with matches, but she hadn't sold a single one all day, nor had anyone given her a penny. Shivering and hungry, she gazed at the window glowing with lights and breathed in the scent of roasted goose filling the air. She dared not go home, for she had earned no money and feared her father would beat her. Besides, it was just as cold as home, with the wind whistling through the gaps in the roof. She huddled in the corner between two houses. Her hands and feet were now completely numb, hard as a stone. She plucked up the courage to strike a single match. A bright warm flame flicked to life. For a moment, she imagined she was sitting before a great iron stove with polished brass ornaments. It felt wonderfully warm, but as she stretched out her feet to warm them, the flame went out and the stove vanished. She struck a second match. The world became as transparent as a veil. She saw a table spread with a snow-white cloth and fine china, featuring a roasted goose stuffed with apples, steaming hot. Miraculously, the goose hopped off the dish and waddled toward her, but then the match went out, leaving nothing but the cold, thick brick wall. A third match was struck, and she found herself sitting under a magnificent Christmas tree, adorned with thousands of glowing candles. As she reached out her hand, the match died. The Christmas lights rose higher and higher until they became stars in the sky. One star fell, leaving the street afire. The girl whispered that someone was dying, for her late grandmother, the only person who had ever been kind to her, had told her that a falling star meant her soul was going to God. She struck another match against the wall. In the blue glow, her grandmother appeared, looking mild and loving. The little girl cried out, "Grandmother, oh, take me with you. I know you will vanish when the match goes out, just like the warm stove and the roast goose." To keep her grandmother there, she quickly struck all the rest of the matches in the bundle. The light shone brighter than day. Her grandmother had never looked so tall or so beautiful. She took the little girl in her arms, and they both flew upward in brightness and joy, far above the earth, to where there was no more cold, hunger, or pain. They were with God. The next morning, in the corner between the houses, the little girl was found with rosy cheeks and a smile on her lips. She had frozen to death on the last night of the old year. People said she was only trying to keep warm, but no one knew what beautiful things she had seen, or in what glory she had entered the new year with her grandmother.